Hey, sports fans. Here we are. I just sat down for a sec. You see some turkeys. Oh, I guess I made too much noise. Oh, they're all running away. Anyways, here we are at the deer field. So I just sat down on the deck and the turkeys ran up. I figured I'd give you guys a quick view, but obviously they don't like me talking. So, anyways, I'm going to do a quick trip. Take you up the rock cut for an update on what's going on. So, here we are. As you can see, it's a rather cool day out here today. It's not even, I guess what, 64 Fahrenheit, 63 Fahrenheit? Not even 20 degrees out. It's a little cool, but not bad. So, everything's going on. I just finished putting the soffit and fascia up on this end. I got to do it on the other end now. It's just the boards were shining out, so I had to put up a little piece just to give it some continuity. It's not perfect, but hey, this is a cabin. It's not Taj Mahal or fucking Buckingham Palace. So, I've already been out and fed the deer. So, this is a little field. We got friggin' squirrels everywhere. And there's the equipment and the whole shack over there. We're gonna go take the path up the rock cut and see what we can see. Just a quick update for you. See how nice and green it is. And this hardly ever grows grass in here just because it's so shaded. There's a lot of moss and stuff and some weeds, but really the laneway is not, or this path, it's not really. You can see all the mica glittering in the sun. It's just everywhere. This, I believe, used to be the way they got in and out of the property with the mining trucks and that, so it's fairly wide. I try to keep it that way and keep it clear. Yeah, needs a little bit of work. Once I do the laneway, I'll put some more gravel here. There's a little bit of a depression there that needs to be leveled out because it kind of leans quite a bit on this side. It's not bad. I can still drive my truck up here. I've done it a couple times to do stuff, but it's not something I'd want to have to navigate in the winter. And the camera doesn't really show you how steep it is. It is fairly steep too. And I can kind of show you, like, we're kind of looking level there as to what's going on. If you spin around, you can see how deep far that goes and how quickly that goes down there. Like I say, the camera doesn't really show you, but it is fairly steep right here. And this gate does come out like close to the one road, so our sticks come down in the wind. And see, I keep it a little clear. I don't take the lawnmower too close to the edge because I don't want it to fall off, but And here we are up at the top. So this is all an open field. It was here, I just started to get overgrown. I've started to clean it back a little bit. And all the dead brush back there. And this is where I was gonna build my cabin. But it's just right close to the property line. I can see the pin back in the corner, but you know, there's the what would have been the gate, and I've just got it all when I first got here, I just put some dead logs across it just to let people know it was closed. And it's all grown up on the other side. I'll take you around here. A little bit of a path that the deer use. And you can see we have our no trespassing sign here. There's a little path out here that I keep clear for the deer coming in. And Ken rides his mini bike out through there, out to the road. I don't know if you can see it. But there's the road right there. Okay, and it is fairly steep as roads go. So, but I let all this stuff grow up to kind of hide the fact that there's a gate here. That being said, I have thought about getting some actual posts put in and turning this into a gate. I have to clear all this stuff out and, you know, put gravel down and stuff. I don't know if I really want to do that yet. Not that it's anything hard, but it just takes a little bit of time with the tractor. But I do have all the equipment for it. So, and as you can see, some trees have grown up in what would have been the laneway. So, and they'd have to come down. But there's an old tree there that's used as kind of like a corner, and it's dead. So there'd have to be a post there, and then another post over by this tree. I think that tree could stay. Not 100% sure. And then my property line on this side of the tree comes out to about here or so. That's where the peg is out by the gate. You can kind of see it over right in there, kind of. So it's you know, do I want to just leave it as it is with the brush overgrown? And since I put the signs up, nobody's come out. But anyway, so this is the clearing up here. So I just keep it clear. I cut the grass. I let the milkweed plants grow because it's good for the monarch butterflies. So I've kind of let them grow. Well, I got one big standing dead tree over there that I'm going to take down for firewood shortly. Possibly next week if the weather's any good. We'll go back down. Oh, I forgot to show you. Over here, we have an old bench I got. So I stuck it up here because when Ken walks up for the going to get the camera pictures up here, he gets tired and needs to sit down. So that's Ken's memorial bench. I think he and I are the only ones that ever sit on it. And I don't sit on it that often, but it does get a little noisy up here with the traffic going down the road, especially on the weekends. But you just see how steep this is over here. Come down towards the edge and you can see that big drop off. And there is a path down there, and that's where we're going next. But there is a path that goes along the edge. That's the edge of the swamp. So we'll head down here. So I don't know if you can see just how steep this is. So the camera probably doesn't do it justice. It is fairly steep. And again, it's not bad to drive, but I wouldn't want to do it in winter, especially with the drop off over the side, right? Not good. starting to get to the bottom here. It levels out a bit. And with it being a sunny day and all, it's still fairly dark in here. Though the camera doesn't show that, but it does. You get it overcast. You get an overcast day and it's really kind of gloomy in here. But anyway, here's the other little path that goes down that it was just a little deer path. I widened it a bit. I can get the tractor down here, which is part of what I've been trying to do. I gotta clean it up a little bit. There's some boulders and stuff. I gotta put some dirt in just to level it out so it's not too bumpy. And then basically it connects up here, and this is a deer path, and this is where they used to go. So somebody opened it up before I got here, but there's a path down through there that the deer follow, and down there, and that, if you follow it far enough, it takes you back up to the you can actually get up to the back of the burn pit. And then this here, like I say, this is opened up, and I still got to do a little bit of work to it because some stuff has grown up. So there's some small trees and stuff on the right side here that I got to take out. You can see the path the deer have worn as the trees have grown, so they moved over to the left. But I'm going to clear all that stuff out, level it up, and then there has been some old trees and stuff that have fallen down across it, and that this big one here that need to be cleaned up. So this is the third big maple, and you can see it's kind of rotted out at the bottom. I thought it was a fire, but the tree is still very large and it goes up. It's still living up there. You know, I'm afraid it is going to come down because it is, you can see how hollow it is out at the bottom, but it's still living. So, and then this is from one of the branches that have split off, obviously. So it needs to be cleaned up to open up this path. And you can see off to the side here, so where all those green broadleaf plants start, that used to be where the water came up in the swamp. But since the township came in, they've drained it farther back, and you can see all the grass is growing there. So the deer wander around down there, which they never could before because it was so damp and spongy. That's why they used this path. So, and that's why I want to bring the swamp level back up to where it was. So, and this used to be you can see here, this is the remains that have fallen down from a tree stand that used to be up there. And you can see a couple of the boards that are still up there, and they got like big spikes in the side to climb. That's where Kevin used to go and hunt. He'd sit up here and watch them. So apparently there's quite a few deer that come down here, but I ain't going up there anymore. As you can see, that's all rotted out. And they used to have a seat on it, but it was up fairly high. You get through the branches here, you can see where it was. So that's a fairly decent height, and you can see down this whole path. So, but this is where it comes and it opens up, so I want to kind of clean this up in here. And again, this is close to the road, so the deer come down. And all this wood is all rotted here. It's, you know, it's good for birch bark for the start of the fires, but the wood's all rotted out. But just to clean up this area a little bit, because I have seen them kind of bedding down in here. And if you can see farther in there, I was thinking about making a path through here, because it is fairly open through here. You can walk in here fairly easily, and you can see where the deer do come down here and cross in. And this is just where you can see all the rocks and the boulders and stuff like that. So it's right at the road, and the deer do come down there. And there is a little bit of I've used it before, there's a little bit of a path up in there. And then it gets down, it slowly goes down. You can see how steep that road is, right? So, and that's at the bottom end of the hill. So this is where, and this is all, like let's say when it comes up, this is all really spongy. But this is high enough over here where I'm standing that it still stays fairly dry. So like I say, I was gonna make a path in here, make it a little easier for the deer to come in. So we haven't really named this path yet. I don't know, not like Dead Deer Run or the rock cut up to the top or anything like that. It's just the path down here. So like I say, as you can see, it just needs to be cleaned up a bit, but it's not a bad little path. So and the deer do come down here quite a bit, so I do have a camera down here. Just needs a little bit of maintenance to get it back up and running. Even though the deer do use it, I've had the push mower down here just to clean up some of the crap and blow it off. So it is opened up a bit. But like I say, this is it just continues on down this way. As you can kind of see the path there a bit. But then there's this one here, and we'll go back, takes us back out to the roadway there. Just needs a couple rocks here that got to come out, and this tree here is dead. This little skinny thing, so it's dead. There's nothing growing up there. It's just got to come out. It's almost ready to fall over on its own. And then that'll make it wide enough to come out. I did put some of the bigger rocks here at the entrance to mark it out.